Hello YouTube. Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting on a Fan. Today is Wednesday, July 4th, 2018. In the United States, it is the 4th of July, also known as Independence Day. You might hear some fireworks in the background, you may not. And the time is approximately 9:18 p.m. So, I am very pleased to show you my walkthrough of Tarot in Wonderland. This is a new tarot deck published by Llewellyn Worldwide, created by Barbara Moore, who, as you may recall, was the acquisition specialist for tarot at Llewellyn, and it was illustrated by Eugene Smith. Now, Llewellyn, since last year, has been doing this with regards to their tarot kits. So I'm going to show you basically what they've been doing. So you have the magnetic flap thing, which definitely works. You open it up and you have this little ribbon and you get to do this. This is a very chunky book, to use Avalon Cameron's terminology. So I'm just going to take everything out now. And I love how the Cheshire Cat is featured prominently in the box, on the box, in the book, on the deck, etc. So, yes, it's a very chunky book. It was funny because I remember when my awesome audiovisual person was holding the box, he's like, this weighs a lot. And now I know why. So the accompanying guidebook has 350 pages. So it's really thick. And this is the other thing they've been doing with their tarot kits. Full color pages. Now, I will tell you, I am not very familiar with the mythology of Alice in Wonderland, but I'm going to be learning it through this deck. And of course, now I really have no excuse not to read the Alice in Wonderland novels. But one of the things that I really love about this is that there are Tarot in Wonderland spreads. And I was like, yes. So some of them will not surprise you. So there's the Falling Down the Rabbit Hole spread. There is Through the Looking Glass spread. Let's see, what else? The Mad Tea Party. The White Rabbit Stress, which definitely intrigues me as a reading spread. How to Play Croquet. Which Way Should You Go? Which I'm also drawn to as well. So, and Who Are You? So I have a feeling that at some point, pardon me, I will be doing one of these spreads for one of my videos. And anyway, so let's get to the walkthrough. So I'm going to make this as quick as possible, but for the record, this video might be a little bit longer than 20 minutes. If it comes to that, I apologize in advance. So first, here is the back of the card design. And I'm going to ask my awesome audiovisual person to do a little bit more of a close-up, and to keep it at the close-up if possible. Okay, so here's, and since I do not use reversed cards in my readings, I love the fact that this deck tells me if the card is upright or reversed before I pull the card. So this is upright and this is reversed. And I'm going to ask my awesome audiovisual person to do a little bit more of a close-up. So let's see. You know what? That will work. So yeah, and I get to like really see. Okay, good. Learn as you go. So here we go. We're going to start with the Fool. And we're going to move on. I will tell you, I love this High Priestess card. I love the fact that the High Priestess is wearing a triple moon diadem. Now, those of you who are more familiar with Alice in Wonderland, such as the wonderful Susan Garrett, then you will instantly recognize most, if not all, of these characters. Of course, I am very familiar with the Cheshire Cat, especially being a cat lover. Okay. I love the variation on the Strength card. Instead of Alice with a lion, it's Alice with a deer, with a deer, with a deer. Not with a lamb. It's a very unique hermit card. And I love what they did with the Wheel of Fortune card. Totally makes sense. And then Justice. The Hanged Man. Death. And she does not look happy there. Temperance. The Devil. And I love how if you look at the top of the clock, it looks like it has horns. I was like, that's very clever. I'm like, Eugene Smith, you did a good job with that. The Tower. I love, love, love this Star card. The Moon. The Sun. You know, sunflowers are very popular attributes on a lot of sun cards and a lot of tarot decks. So seeing sunflowers on the sun card is most appropriate. Judgment. And of course, the World. And I love that it features the symbols of the 4 suits of regular playing cards. And by the way, spades correspond to swords, hearts to cups, diamonds to pentacles, clubs to wands, in case you were wondering. Ace of Wands. 2 of Wands. 3 of Wands. 4 of Wands. 5 of Wands. 6 of Wands. 7 of Wands. 8 of Wands. I love this card. I love this interpretation of the 8 of Wands card. We have 8 cards and each card depicts a wand. I'm like, that's so clever. 9 of Wands. 10 of Wands. I don't know, hamster, gerbil, guinea pig, not a happy animal. Page of Wands. Knight of Wands. I love that there's a lion riding a horse. Queen of Wands, and there's that black cat. King of Wands. Ace of Cups, and of course, you gotta have a teacup. All you tea lovers out there. Well, I'm a tea lover too, but... And I must admit, anyway, I love tea, I love coffee. I reside in both camps, and happily so. 2 of Cups. 3 of Cups. 4 of Cups. 5 of Cups. 6 of Cups. And I love that they look like cupcakes. So 6 of Cups, or rather depicting cupcakes on a cups card, makes a lot of sense. 7 of Cups. I love these variations on a traditional theme. 8 of Cups. 9 of Cups. 10 of Cups. Page of Cups. Knight of Cups. Queen of Cups. King of Cups. Ace of Swords. Two of Swords. The Cheshire Cat's face filling the full moon. How creepy is that? Three of Cups, and I love this variation. Instead of three swords piercing a heart, I said Three of Cups. Instead of three swords piercing a heart, three swords piercing a heart-shaped cake. Four of Swords. Five of Swords. Six of Swords. Seven of Swords. Eight of Swords. Nine of Swords. Yes, the stressed out white rabbit. Makes perfect sense to me. 10 of Swords. Page of Swords. Knight of Swords, and I love that it's a unicorn riding a horse. Queen of Swords. And King of Swords, which I believe is Humpty Dumpty. Ace of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Pentacles on the clocks. Three of Pentacles. I can't tell what fruit that is, but it's a red fruit. Four of Pentacles. Pentacle designs on the cookies. Five of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles. I love the pentacles are the centers of all these flowers. 10 of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. And last but certainly not least, King of Pentacles. Now I must admit, I was pleasantly surprised to see this, and I'll tell you why. According to Julian actually, let me have my awesome audiovisual person go back to, yes, that. According to Julian de Burgh, who created the Celtic Tarot, or at least one of the tarot decks entitled the Celtic Tarot, the king cards correspond to the cardinal signs of the Western zodiac. So King of Pentacles would be cardinal Earth or Capricorn. As I've mentioned in one of my recent videos, I have Sun, Mercury, and Venus in Capricorn. So I usually see myself as the King of Pentacles. And I found it intriguing that the Mad Hatter is on the King of Pentacles card in this tarot deck. So when I do read the Alice in Wonderland books, I'm going to pay closer attention to the Mad Hatter and see how similar I am to him and how dissimilar I am to him. Now, if you have this deck, please tell me. If you have used this deck, please tell me. I'm curious to see what your experiences have been with this deck. Wow, that's funny. This really feels, it even feels thicker. I mean, I know there are 78 cards here, and it feels thicker. Wow. I'm not making that up. It really does feel thicker. And yes, you know, I love the fact that that Manhattan has a restaurant that is Alice in Wonderland themed called Alice's Teacup. And whether I go to chapter 1, chapter 2, or chapter 3, the next time I go to Alice's Teacup, I'm bringing this deck. You never know. You never know. And it certainly would be a great opportunity for me to, you know, because I mean, how could I use any other tarot deck at Alice's Teacup but this one? You know, I used to have this fantasy that if I ever gave readings at the Russian Tea Room, I would only use the Tarot of St. Petersburg. And the funny thing is, the Russian Tea Room closed and then they reopened it. So I don't even know if they're still open. But I really would only want to give readings with that deck, even though that deck doesn't necessarily resonate with me. But it would be appropriate given the environment. But as I was saying, if you have this deck, let me know. If you've used this deck for readings, whether it's for yourself or clients, let me know. It's a brand spanking new deck. So it's only been out for a short while. But I am well aware of the fact that at least 2 of you, specifically Simon of Hermit's Cave and Jennifer of Jennifer Ball's Spiritual Garage, have been waiting for this deck. I hope and pray that you receive this deck as soon as possible. I know that both of you have been waiting with bated breath. I'm happy that I finally have it. And in the meantime, YouTube, thank you so much for honoring who I am and what I do. If you have not already subscribed to the YouTube channel of yours truly, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, I invite you to do so. Please make sure that you click or tap the bell icon. That way you will receive a notification every time I upload a video. And if you have not already scheduled your session with me, whether it is a reading, whether it is a reading at a public venue like Notions and Potions or Catland, or at another public venue, or privately in your home or office if you live in the New York City area, or an energy healing treatment or a private class, I invite you to schedule your appointment as soon as possible. And I think that's it. I wish all of you many blessings of clarity, illumination, fun, whimsy, and delight. Thank you as always for honoring who I am and what I do. I wish all of you many blessings of many kinds, and good night.